The Niners opened the practice window for 2 defensive tackles today. Javon Kinlaw, their first-round pick from 2020, and Kalia Davis, who was like a 6th or 7th round pick this year, and he was injured, and he didn't even make it to the IR. He was on the NFI list, which means the injury happened before he was drafted. But now he's practicing 2, and it's interesting. The Niners have 2 IR spots that they can 2 players on IR they can bring back. One of them is going to be Elijah Mitchell. So the other one's either going to be Javon Kinlaw or Kalia Davis. Who do you think is more likely to get activated?
Well, I really like, first of all, I mean, Kinlaw is an absolute monster against the run, potentially. And he can absorb blockers and keep people off of Fred Warner, Dre Greenlaw. They drafted him in the high first round for a reason. Mm-hmm. He's enormously strong, but he also has chronic knee problems. So I guess I'd want to see how he fares, Grant, over the 3-week practice window opening in practice and see if I could test that knee a little bit. I would hate to activate one guy and then have Kinlaw be there for one game, and then you lose him. But Kalia Davis,
that would be worst case scenario, right?
That's worst case scenario. But yeah. I mean, Kalia Davis is not just another guy or the other guy. He is big time. Like, this guy wore 22 in college. And if you watch the film, he is flying all over the field at 315, 320 pounds. He's really squat, like a DJ Jones kind of a build. But I mean, you're talking about a guy who just has incredible movement skills and motor and desire. I mean, he's fun to watch, man. Niner fans are going to love Kalia Davis if he's not diminished from that injury, because he moves like a linebacker. He used to play linebacker. He moves like a linebacker, and he's 315 pounds with a crazy motor.
They're saying they don't need an IR spot to activate Davis. True, because he's not on IR. He's on NFI. Still, the question remains, who do you think will be activated? Or both. They could both be activated. Do you think they both will get activated?
Possibly. I mean, Kalia Davis they're totally different players. One guy's a run guy and the other guy's a pass rusher.
Yeah. Davis
is a pass rusher. Kinlaw is not a pass rusher. Kinlaw's a run stuffer. So it's just a matter, but so's Ridgeway, and you lost Ridgeway as well. So maybe, but then you lost Givens as well.
Right.
And Givens is the pass rusher.
So these
so
two
it's
could
really
replace.
I was just thinking that.
So like Kinlaw could replace Ridgeway.
Right.
Davis could replace Givens.
Right.
And now you got not exactly, but you're back to where you were. That's a good thing.
Yeah. And believe me, you wait until you see, I mean, you've seen Kinlaw, but wait till you see Davis. I mean, Davis he's an eye opener.
So it's possible both will be on the team making an impact in the playoffs. With Kinlaw, it seems to me that the Niners already clinched the division. You want him in the playoffs. No reason to be super aggressive playing him this week if you're not 100% sure he's ready, because the whole idea is to have him for the entire playoffs, not just one playoff game. So you don't need him in the regular season. This should all be about getting him prepared for the playoffs is what I think.
I would be really interested to know how Coach Eric and D'Amico have these guys graded. Like how do they have Ridgeway graded against Kinlaw? Against how do they have Hyder graded against Givens and some of the guys that have taken reps at those interior spots? I'd love to know what their pecking order is, because Kinlaw obviously has a high draft grade, but then Ridgeway is a versatile veteran who also has great strength at the point of attack. Givens was undrafted, but man, he's made tons of plays this year where he's flying all over the field. So. But then Hyder's got maybe the best motor of any of the guys on that front outside of Bosa. So they got, and then Armstead, I thought, really showed himself in this last game. We should talk about him too, because Armstead was penetrated and just, I thought he really kind of stepped his game up a little bit.